Hello, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel where we focus on using ordinary materials to make beautiful things. It's another Motivational Monday. Yay! So today's thought for the day, today's Monday thought, has to do with coffee. Now, I know that not everybody in the world drinks coffee. As a matter of fact, I was not a coffee drinker until I married my husband. And then my mother-in-law kindly taught me how to drink coffee, and now I love the stuff. I just love it. My husband's a tea drinker. I drink tea too. I like tea in the evenings and coffee in the morning. So it's all about coffee today though, because it took me quite a bit of coffee to get going this morning. So I thought this would be cute. Monday's plan: drink coffee, power through anxiety, ignore negativity, and just be awesome. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to power through anxiety, ignore negativity, and be awesome, because I've already drunk coffee. So if you're not a coffee lover, substitute, drink tea or drink soda. I know some people get up and, have to have that Dr. Pepper first thing in the morning or whatever it might be. So your beverage of choice, right? Fill it in there. And then we're going to do the other things. We're going to power through our anxiety over the week, our anxiety over life, our anxiety over creating. We're going to ignore negativity in others and ourselves, and we're just going to go out and be awesome. All right? That's what we're doing today. So powering through that stuff. All right, so I'm going to set that aside for now. I had found, I was drinking my coffee, and I was going through some of the stuff in tubs looking for something to inspire me maybe. And I came across this while I was drinking coffee, and I saw this little, this little paper with the coffee mugs on it, and thought, yeah, we're going to have to do something coffee related. But today's spread is kind of a strange one, right? We've had things where we had flip outs, but they were a little more square, right? Although this one was kind of rounded, but you can see it's not an odd shape. Whereas today's, we've got this small flip out, and then we have this, which is part of a greeting card, birthday card. I think it's blank on the other end. Let's look and see. Where does it go? Where does it go? Right, we just have to find, oh my goodness. There's that list of quotes that I said I was looking for and I couldn't find. I had stuck them in the back of the thing. Here's the other end. Yep, it's just blank. So on this end, we'll have the same kind of thing that we have on the other end. It's gonna work pretty much the same way. So we can have it go across like this and be bigger so that we open it like this, or we can have it do this so that it's kind of a go-between these things. Right, but we have these lily pads to deal with, and we have this piece of book page to deal with. So that was last week's. Remember about the don't wait for somebody to bring you flowers, plant your own garden. So this week seems fitting with the coffee. This kind of looks coffee-y to me. So let's start by figuring out where we might want to put the wording. And then we'll look at some of the stuff I pulled out to help us out with our layout. So it's kind of big, but it all needs to kind of work together somehow, which is always the challenge, right? When you have something that's not really, a lot of times on the glue books, like I would go through and I would just look at this page and I would do something that went with this because it's what's here. So I think this is more challenging to kind of figure out how we can make this adapt to this. Oh, well, no. Yeah, I don't think we want to cover those up. All right, so maybe we want to create some kind of frame. Do we want to put it there? Maybe we want to put it on this side so that we open it and see the sentiment, whether we open it this way or this way. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm kind of like in here. And then that gives us this whole page to do whatever. Gives us some space here. We got to figure out how to marry this. And then we have these. Okay, let's set that aside. And let's look at some of the stuff I pulled out. I'm not sure I pulled out enough to do all of that, but we'll see. So I have this little cutout that's backed on some kind of plasticky paper, so heaven only knows where I got that. But it's a little cutout of it says Cafe Paris, little bistro, right? So we've got that. I have this. It's a little faded. It's not very dark, but this one's carrying 2 cups of coffee. So maybe we could put a little paint on her, like on her apron and the coffee cups or something, just to liven that up a little bit. That's possible. I have these. Now, technically people, I think when they think Japanese things, they think tea, which is fine. But I looked at them and I thought about fixing the broken bits. So the Japanese art of kintsugi is it literally means golden joinery. Kin means golden and sugi means joined. So it means golden joinery. And it's the art where they fix pottery. They take the lacquer that they're going to use to fix broken pottery, and they mix it with gold dust or silver dust or platinum dust or some other kind of precious metal usually. I've seen things that used small stones and stuff as well, like little pieces of turquoise and things like that. But usually it's a precious metal in kintsugi. And they use it to fix the broken pottery so that you celebrate the breaks, because it gives the pottery character. And lately in my battle with anxiety, there's been a lot of broken rough spots and I'm trying to glue them back together and celebrate the character. So I'm trying to practice adding some gold and silver and platinum dust to that lacquer and piecing things back together. So even though they're not coffee cups, they are just some little doodles that I came across that I had done a couple of years ago, that celebrate the cracks and the breaks with gold lacquer. So we might use that just because that kind of is speaking to me, even though it's not necessarily coffee. I found these cute little stickers that have different cupcakes on them, because of course if you're going to take a coffee break, you need a piece of cake, right? And then this is a nice coffee. I like the shape of this spoon. I mean, we could cut these apart. We don't have to leave them together and cut them apart and kind of stick the spoon in the cup. Maybe that would be fun. Maybe we should, cut this apart and stick the spoon in there, even though we'd lose the shape of the spoon, but it would be fun. Although we could leave a little bit above maybe. So that might be a way to go. Here's another one with an interesting plate and stuff under it. These looked very mid-century modern to me. So I like the shapes on all the bowls and stuff, and this was different kinds of coffee and different ways you can doctor it and things you can do to it, stuff you can put in it. I think that came from a whole article. I'm trying to see. I don't see the name of the magazine, but it was about this coffee. The article was about this coffee bistro and making different kinds of coffee. So here's another little set of coffee cups that goes with the paper that I found. So we've got those. I've got this. It looks like I did it with some kind of watercolor, and it kind of bled a little bit onto each other. So that's kind of cool. Kind of, spread some watercolor did, and some coffee. This is years ago. This is one of those slick pieces of paper that we used to use for decoupaging things on furniture and stuff. Then I have some pieces of wallpaper border. So there's this one, New York coffee. A lot of people always ask me about where I get my wallpaper border and things like that, because I only have bits and pieces. I get the sample books. There's a wallpaper store near downtown Mesa, Arizona. And occasionally they have wallpaper books that are discontinued, and I've gotten several of them from them for free because they would rather see somebody use them than have to throw them away because they're really cool. So it has, you know, one sheet of wallpaper in it, which makes it really great for making things. So check your local wallpaper store. I don't know. I know Lowe's and Home Depot and things like that. A few years ago, I asked them and they said they sold theirs, that you could buy it. Like they'd put your name on a waiting list to buy one and you could buy it from them. And I thought that was a little much because they didn't pay anything for it. It's a wallpaper sample book. So I didn't do that. I don't know if that's still true. It may not be anymore. So, you know, you can check those places, but I think the small independently owned stores are probably a better bet where you can speak to, you know, the manager, the owner directly. So anyway, we have several of these: mocha, cappuccino, New York coffee, Paris cafe. And then we have something really cool. Now, I don't think we're going to put this in, but I had to show it to you. It's a record, right? So it's a 45. And it came in this case that talks about cake and coffee time. So it's music for you to enjoy. This was a premium from Betty Crocker. So on side 1 of the record is Morton Gould and his orchestra playing Mexican Hat Dance and Tropical, both from the album Coffee Time. And then on side 2 is Reg Owen and his orchestra playing Every Day and a Little Kiss Each Morning, both from the album Coffee Break. So the Betty Crocker invites you to enjoy the music while you're having some coffee. And then on the back are recipes for, you know, for different things you can make, like cool summer idea, chilled cake, pretty for a party, strawberry angel, backyard barbecue treat, little cake sandwiches, perfect coffee teammate, mocha delight. And then there's more about the music down here. So I just love this, right? It's advertising Betty Crocker cake mixes, right? And then the record was there. It's falling apart a little bit. Looks like it's already been taped back together once. But we came across this several years ago when we were looking for 45s to put on our jukebox. And it was just too fun. I listened to it, but I put it back in the envelope rather than putting it on the jukebox just because it would just have to be more fun. So anyway, I just had to show that to you. I don't think it's going to go in here because I don't really want to take the record out and leave it out, and we'd have to use this, but it's just too much fun to not look at. So every now and then we get it out and I play it and I have a cup of coffee. So, all right. So that leaves us, you know, with a few things anyway to cover some of this stuff. So I think we need to decide what we're going to do with this before we do anything else so that we have an idea. And this seemed to have some of the same colors. So I think if we put that there, although it would be really cool if we cut, maybe if I got a knife and cut a little bit of those. Oh, let me grab a craft knife. Okay, I'm back. So this is where we left off. We had that map down and I was just about ready to glue some cork on there. I'm wondering if the glue stick will work on the cork. I guess we'll find out. Oh, crafting with cats. Come on, kid. Here, come on. Oh, hop down, sweetie. While I was on the phone with my daughter, the cat was getting lots of love and attention, so now she's decided she has to be part of what I'm doing. Slide it out just a little more. There we go. watching her jump up on things that she's not supposed to be on. Yep. Let's see. We'll see how long before I have to stop the camera and go kick her out of the room. Okay, well, I thought that was gonna stick, but now I'm thinking it's not. Doesn't like the cork, apparently. Well, maybe it does. Maybe just need a little more pressure. Apply some pressure there. Gotta manhandle those materials. So, right? Maybe. I don't know. Sounds good anyway. Right. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like what we're gonna do. Gonna manhandle the materials. That way just a little. Get some pressure on that. All right. Okay. Now that I've got that glued down, maybe we could put something around it. Decorative, I don't know, just some pieces of washi tape maybe. Oh, let's see. These are some of the ones that I made, the stickers I made. Could use them to do down the corners here. Might be kind of nice. Some little added interest, and then those corners down. Let's see. I don't know. Feel like I lost my momentum because I stopped and answered the phone. Probably shouldn't feel that way. Let's see. You could just put a piece or two of washi down. Sometimes it's good just to put some down just because. Maybe you could put a piece down the middle. Just echoes some of that pink over on the other side. Didn't do a very good job of getting that straight, did I? Oh. Que sera. That just kind of reinforces that flip. Let's see. Maybe we have something small. We had a couple of small things over here, I think. Some things that were small. Oh, we have some little. Got one of those little cakey stickers. Nah, that doesn't look quite right. We have these. No, I don't think so. Okay, I'm not really loving anything else there. So I think we might have to come back to that. Maybe we'll find something in a minute to add. So now let's go ahead and deal with this white part here. So we've got this, and it can close this way or it can open all the way this way, and we'll deal with that in a minute too. And so let's figure out what we could put there. Maybe we could just put some different washi tape there. Maybe we could use some of the stickers I made. That might be good. Kind of echo some of that. We could turn them different directions. Pull some of those colors in. Oh, those are big pieces. Let's see, do I have a little piece? Nope, yep, that is a little piece. There we go. Oh, those were kind of an odd shape, apparently. Oh, there we go. See, this happens. You paint over the stickers and you don't really know what shape they are underneath. But you could just kind of hodgepodge some around and make that more interesting maybe. Yeah, I'm going to want to put a couple here and a couple there. Maybe we'll have to come back and write something on some of these. Let's see, we've got this. Maybe one of these. I don't know. That might be a good choice. We do this right up to the fold. There we go. That stick out a little bit. Just some different directions here. Got lots of these. These are the stickers that I decorated. They're the upcycling project for all those stickers you get in the mail that have your address on them that people send you, trying to get you to donate money. And I used them to make these kind of faux washi tape things. And so go this direction. So I have a video on that I can link below if you're interested in seeing how we did those, but may have already seen that, which is totally cool. But right now I'm just looking for something kind of interesting to put there, so just fill some of these spots. Just so it's not white. I just don't want it to be plain white. That seems a little boring. I'm not sure what we're going to put on top of it. Maybe, like I said, maybe we'll find some more words. We could just put like coffee or something on there. That might be good. Do another one of these. I've covered up most of the one down there. Coffee is the elixir of life. Maybe that would be a good choice. Let's see. I think we're going to need one more across the top. Maybe two. So we'll tear it here. And we can cut off the other edge if we need to. And that's not quite going to cover it. How annoying. Okay. Let's see. Something else here. There we go. That is definitely more interesting and colorful. It's not just plain white. So I like that. I like the way that looks. I think that adds some interest here. Maybe even to that washi tape down the middle. Maybe we just need to add a couple more pieces across. Could do that. All right, we'll just add just maybe one or two over here just to pull that over. Like that. And that kind of pulls your eye this way from those. I'll decide whether to pull those down or turn them. Okay, I'm liking that. I like the colors. I like the map. I like this because it reminds me that broken is beautiful too. Maybe we should write that on there. Maybe we should write, you know, that's still coming unglued. I may have to go back with regular glue. That cork, might have to use some of the fabric glue. What do I think? Broken is beautiful. Should we put something like that? I don't know, let's think about it. Not really sure I want to write that, but I might. Get everything to stick down here. All right, so in the meantime, we have another side to deal with. So I was thinking I would cut those off, but maybe I'll just fold them down. Because I really like that over there, and maybe I'll do something else like that here. We definitely need to cover that up, but it's a question of what we want to cover it with. I was thinking originally that I would just paint this side maybe with some watercolor. So I just need something to keep the, definitely need the paint to not seep through there. So should we just glue something down there that's gonna stick a little bit? Not sure I want something showing through. Trying to figure out what's gonna stand up to the watercolor here. Maybe just, well, that's nice. That's got a lot of texture to it. And then if the watercolor doesn't, you know, stick to it or whatever, then that's okay too. All right, let's put that down. So many scraps. Just got to remember today's motto, right? Monday's plan: drink coffee, power through anxiety, ignore negativity. From without and from within. Just want to make sure that's pressed down good. Maybe we should put some other things on there too, just texture-wise, and then if we paint over them, if we use some watercolor stuff, you know, it'll be okay, because might or might not cover it. It's got paper on the bag. It's a little thick. Let's see, what do we have? What do we have? We have this. We used some of that before, didn't we? I like that one. Texture. I hope you guys have a glue book that you're having fun with. Even if you're not using the same quotes I'm using, I hope you have something that makes you happy to stick stuff down and, you know, just have some fun with. Maybe something down there. I don't really know how this is going to work with some of those little watercolor paints, but we're going to find out. So I'm not sure if the water, hopefully it won't be so wet that it just peels the stuff right up because of the glue. Hopefully that's not what's going to happen. But we're going to find out. We're about to find out now. Because I thought, because this was all white and, you know, this side has a design and we put those stickers on, although I didn't push them down very well. That looks like it's sticking better now. So I just thought we'd do something different over here. And I definitely need to put something under this so that I don't get watercolor all over everything. Maybe I need to put 2 pages under there. I just have a piece of my old magazine thing, old catalog that I'm using to glue on. So I'm going to use my Art Philosophy Metallic Accent semi-watercolors. I love these. They're my favorite. They're my favorite little paints. Let's see, we're going to do, we've got some red over here, so let's do some pinky and maybe some gold and a little bit of blue, just to, liven things up. And we'll kind of hopefully let those all meld together a little bit. So I'm just gonna kind of put swaths of color on and then see if I can get them to kind of, run together. I'm going to spray it with some water and see if we can get it to run together. So that's the idea here. And since this is kind of a weird shape up here, I didn't really think I wanted to try to collage on it, because then it either covered up the shape or I'd have to cut it out and I'd have to cut around it, or it'd cover it up and then we'd see it from the other side. We'll let this run down onto this. We'll let it get on this page too. It's okay. Just a little more gold. Helps if I get the right. Ooh, it's pretty on that, isn't it? I don't know if you guys like to play with watercolor as much as I do or not, but I like these because I really love this metallic sheen to them. And I love, oops, I don't know what I just knocked off. I think I knocked off the lid to my little water spray bottle. And I love that they just kind of run together so easily. I have regular watercolors too. And of course they have a lot of the same properties, they run together and things like that, and you can make them more or less watery and all of that. I just find that I'm drawn to the metallics. And I think I like these. These have a little more opacity. When you look at the front, it says semi-watercolor on them. So I think that probably makes them a little more opaque, maybe, than a regular watercolor, but I don't know. I'm not one of those people that's a fabulous watercolor painter. I'm just not. I do okay with watercolor pencils, where you do it with the pencil and then you add some water to make the watercolor effect. I do better with those. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty on that. This is a little snippet corner remnant of a piece of handmade paper. And the fiber is just going to absorb that metallic paint. You can just see it. Sucking it in. In just a second, I'm going to spray this with water all over so that stuff kind of runs together like that. Which I didn't really mean to do yet, but I was thinking about that, so I did it. Oh, I meant to just add this. You can see it's buckling a little bit because it's wet. That's okay. All right, so I'm going to set this aside. And yeah, I'm just going to spray this. Just going to mist it with some water. We might have to let it dry. And then I'm just going to run it around here. That's probably off camera for you guys. You guys probably can't see what it's doing. I'll stop and show you. It's kind of moving around. Move it back this way. See how the blue's running up into it? I've got it that way. I can hit it with a little more water. We just let it all run together. I know that's not really something you can see, I'm sure. But if you look, you can see how, especially over here, hold this down a little bit, over in here, look how it's run into the grooves of the texture on that wallpaper. That's a little bit of wallpaper. And we got a little bit on the page across from it there, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. Whatever we're gonna do over there, we'll cover that up. Okay. I am going to get out my heat gun and dry this so that we don't have to wait too long for it. And it's going to stop it from buckling. I want it to lay back down. So you can see how it's kind of blended and melded around here. So I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to hit it with the heat gun and I'm going to dry it. And then I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've dried it out. It's still slightly damp, but it's pretty dry. And I thought I would remind you that we're going to put this here. And this had already had some splattering on it from some gold paint, and it might have even been the same paint. But that's going to go there. So that's going to look good, I think, with this stuff around it. Maybe we'll move it up a little. I definitely like the texture coming across under it. I'm going to let this dry another minute or two before I glue that down because it is still slightly damp over here. That's a little damp, but the rest of it's pretty dry. It's dry enough for us to move on. So we'll think about maybe whether or not we want to put anything behind that or cut around. I mean, these edges are straight, so we might want to put something back there that's not so straight. So we'll leave that there and think about it. But I love how this metallic looks over this piece of wallpaper, over this piece of just crinkled paper here, down here. Just the colors and the metallic sheen are just really pretty. I don't think the camera really picks it up and does it justice. But if you have some paint like that, you know what I mean, because it just looks really great. Okay, that leaves us this full blank page. And we have all these lovelies to put on it. And we thought about putting, we could still put that over there. I wonder if we should test drive that coffee cup over there. Thought about that spoon too. Thought about cutting a little slit in the coffee and putting the spoon down in it. I don't know, it might be too much over on this side over here. I definitely want to emphasize the writing, right? My thought for the day: drink coffee, power through anxiety, and ignore negativity. So I just keep trying to do all those things. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Let's cut out this little inside piece too. Might have to get my small scissors out. See, I'm just not quite with it today. I didn't bring the small scissors. Had to go find the knife. Yeah, these are okay. These are doing the trick. That's fun, but it is going to bend, so I don't know if it quite fits there. I mean, I could cut off the edge of it a little bit, I suppose. Right. And we got to decide about that spoon. On the other hand, we could put the spoon in the other coffee cup. I tend not to fussy cut my stuff in advance. And I know a lot of people do. I see them and they go through their file and they have all this stuff that's fussy cut, and mine looks like this, where it's basically around it, but not totally, right? So if we cut a slit in that and put it down in there, maybe might take up a little too much space. I definitely want to use that. This has lots of little things on it. Maybe we could use a slice of that over here so that they kind of talk to each other. But I watch videos and people are like, oh, let me get my file or my box and, you know, my basket. Lots of them have boxes, baskets, things. And they have all of the pictures are all fussy cut already. And I'm like, oh, wow. You are so much more diligent than I am. When I'm ripping stuff out of magazines, you know, I'm lucky just to get the major idea here. So, and then when I want to use it, I'll fussy cut it. So, all right, so I do want to use those. We could put that spoon in this one. Maybe we put it, you know, we could put it down here. Right? I don't know. We'll figure out what to do. I definitely want that spoon. But what could we do over here? Let's see. We have these other things. So that one I think we're okay. This one, these two I think we need to cut out the copy. So I may speed this up so you guys don't have to watch me cut stuff. Okay, I think I'm finished cutting the big things anyway. So I might cut some other small things, but so I left that one intact, but these I just cut out. And I think maybe we want to just arrange them over here. I think we'll probably have to put in some kind of background because it's a little boring over there, and maybe we can lay the words in. Supreme Blend. That might be fun. Let's see, that was the mocha, wasn't it? Put mocha across it. Cappuccino to the side. Where's our spoon? There it is. Maybe just put our spoon separately up there. And then use this little doodad here. Or, I don't know. Nah, I like the mocha on top of that. I think that's a better arrangement. trying to decide whether to cut this and put that spoon in there or not. What's the worst that could happen? We don't like it, right? And of course I put my knife away. All right, let's see, maybe I can just do it with a scissor. Oh, see, I had better luck doing it with a scissor than I did with a knife anyway. Maybe a little bit bigger. I cut it a little small. Sorry, I know this is probably off camera, but I've just got it over here on my magazine side. Trying to cut it with my scissors and not doing a very good job of it, I'm afraid. I kind of like that. What do we think here? Let's see. I don't know, maybe I don't want to put in a background. Maybe I just want to leave that red as a nice stark contrast to all the coffee. Put that down a little. Move it down just a little. Probably overthinking it too much. I don't know. I'm thinking, I don't think we put anything in with just a plain background. And I like this. I do think maybe I'll have to put some washi tape or something there just to kind of cover up this because it's a little messy. But otherwise I think I kind of like it. So let's scoot it over a little. Find some tape. I don't know if I have any washi tape that really goes. Ooh, why don't we just use the metallic? That's a good idea. Occasionally I have them. And it harkens back to the gold, fixing the gold. Okay, if I can get it started. I'm just struggling with this stuff today. It's Monday, I could tell. Which is why I need Motivational Monday probably more than most people. Okay, I'm going to cut the edge of this though because it kind of chewed it up here. Set that over here. Oh my goodness. Yep, okay. All right. Oh, I was watching somebody the other day and they had ordered a bunch of washi tape. Stuck. And it was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So, but I already have a lot of washi tape, so I don't really need any more. And I promised myself I wasn't going to buy a lot of materials because I have so many now. Let's see, let's go back, make sure that's arranged the way we want it. Then we'll start gluing stuff down. It's because I think sometimes it's okay to just have a plain background, especially when we got a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on over here. So, you know, with all the layers of things we can see behind, maybe a little bit of solid color isn't such a bad idea. So, all right. Let's get some glue on here. I want him over far enough that the page will close. I don't know, we could always spatter it with some paint or ink if it's too plain. Let's see, that one goes there. Right? I didn't cut that very straight, did I? Nope, 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 I did not. I'm not sure that's any better. And I'm not sure I can really do a lot about it because I've cut so much of it off. I'm not sure there's room to fix it. But I guess if it bothers me, I will put some washi tape on it or something. You know, washi tape fixes ills, right? We can always stick some washi tape down, actually, if we just wanted some interest here. Get rid of that page. Okay. In my hurry to get the glue, I messed up the thing and should have gotten a knife. I did not do a very good job of cutting that. So let's see, we'll place that there. Run that down a little bit. There we go. We'll put the coffee over the top of it if we need to. Coffee in all its forms. I'm not sure I did a very good job of cutting that one either, did I? Oh my goodness. Okay. Put that down just a little. All right. I can't even manage to tear off my catalog pages. Okay, so we have to decide whether or not we're going to put anything under that. I do kind of like it just plain over here. You know, I don't know. Maybe some of those stickers. I'm not really sure. But I think I kind of like it just, you know, the simplicity of it maybe is different than what we usually do. So now we just have to decide whether to put something under this or maybe cut around some of this since the rest of it is straight. Do we want that to be straight and straight? Does it matter? Don't know. Maybe I just want something behind it so it's not so straight on that side. Just not sure about the straight on two sides and not straight on the other sides. That's kind of bugging me a little bit. So let's dig through the box here. What do I have that might look good there? Do I need to blend in too much? It's just kind of a counterpoint to this down here. Maybe that's the wrong color. Maybe I want something bluish. It kind of, you know, goes with that. That's a little too green. Surely I have something blue in here. My goodness. all this stuff. Well, those don't belong in there. You always find something that doesn't belong, huh? Okay, so, oh, here's some pieces of, yeah, some just pieces of, it's not tissue paper, I'm trying to think, deli paper. Deli paper is what I'm trying to think of. That has paint on it. Maybe just something to offset a little bit of that. That straightness. See, I think that's better already because it's kind of a counterpoint to this down here, and it pulls another piece up there. It's not so flat and smooth. I think that's okay. Do we want anything down here or no? We could put that cafe. Doesn't really look like it goes, does it? We could put these other little cups. Cut off some of this stuff and see if they fit. Look a little too wide, although that's a little matchy-matchy with those maybe. Yeah, I said I was going to turn off the camera and do all the cutting, and now here I am cutting again. Oh my goodness. I did not plan this very well, did I? I don't like it. I don't know. I really just like this color, but I feel like it needs something down there, you know, to look at, but I don't really want to cover up the color. So I feel like it does need a cup of coffee or something, just something right here. One of these maybe. What could we cut out from here? Maybe this yellow one in the middle. Now I have to cut off part of the plate, but we could maybe cut around the plate and then just make it smaller. Could just cut the cup. And let's see, maybe we could cut the plate in and just make it smaller out around it. Just so it has the little bit of shadow there. What do we think? Maybe down here at the bottom. Move that just a little bit. I don't know. I don't really like it, but I feel like it needs something there, but I'm not sure what it needs there. So I do want to go ahead and glue this down because I feel like I'm overthinking this. Let's see, I want it to be about here, so we want this about here. I just want to get this down. And we never did decide whether to put something on that other page. And I think I want to go back and write, she made broken look beautiful on that other page. Then we can look at that in just a second. So we've got that. It could go this way. There, got a little washi tape there. Could go this way. Okay. So now, do we want to turn it sideways and write it, or should we write it this way? She made broken look beautiful. Or should we turn it this way? She made broken look beautiful. I think I like it this way. Go over that, make it a little heavier. So it's easier to read against that map. And then we'll put look. Okay. We'll make this one a little heavier down here too. We'll let the smaller words recede a little bit. We'll let broken and beautiful. There, she made broken look beautiful. Could add a little flower to this one too. Okay, so I like that, and I like that it's sideways, and I like this. The more I look at this, I might have to go back and glue some of those stickers down. I'm not sure they're going to stay without, although it could just be because I made the other side wet, so, but looks like the cork is sticking now. That's good. So, and we can turn this way, or we can turn it this way, right? This way. When we look at it like this, we see this, and then we see the coffee here. We see this. I honestly think I like it just kind of plain. I love the color gradation here. I just don't want to cover that up. I just can't bring myself to cover that up. So over here, do we need to add any little things? Anything small? I don't know, this is so busy. I'm kind of feeling like maybe that's kind of nice to just have a restful place for the eye to go. So, all right, I think in that case, we're going to call this one done. All right, so Monday's plan: drink coffee, power through anxiety, ignore negativity. And that's it, okay? All right, if you found some value here or some entertainment, you know, I appreciate you stopping by. Please hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any. We do this every Monday. Wednesdays, I have videos that are usually some kind of recycling, upcycling, craft-related, junk journaling, something like that. A lot of times we make ephemera for the junk journal. This Wednesday, I think we're going to build some little characters, and I saw somebody else do it using blocks, and I'm going to link their video and talk about their video, but we're going to do it using boxes and upcycle some old little boxes that we have. So it'll be kind of fun. And then every Saturday, right now, I'm working on a series that has mixed media, a very large mixed media art piece that I'm making for my house. And so I do updates on those in short videos every Saturday. So those are coming too. So please I hope you'll hit the subscribe button. I hope you like. Please comment below. I'm happy to chat with you about things. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for your time. So until I see you again, remember, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.